Head here. You guys are to head here. 90k stack, head over Mia. Send reinforcements there. You guys got your asses kicked. Get the hell out of the fight. Head over here. I need to relieve those guys quick. I don't think I'm going to be able to relieve them. They will die in the mountains. They will die. We lost our brothers. Head over here, support him. Head east, support this fight. You guys at the end of the month, you're going to be going into that next. You're going to have a fun day here. You guys are going to go there, and then I'm going to send the other reinforcements over here. Send another wave over here. Shoot the reinforcements into that pocket, hit this pocket, hit that pocket. I mean, they can send troops where the hell they want, but it's not going to end well for anybody here. Okay, we're doing something that hasn't happened ever before in American history. Well, actually, it probably has happened in a previous episode. Mobilize! Send in reinforcements. Send in more reinforcements. Reinforcements. Send in the cattle. Reinforce those guys next. I want them to be strong. Separate this into half. You guys are going to send more troops into this battle. Go. Retreat. Head in here. They need reinforcements now. Send in boys here. I want reinforcements to head west. 21k. Head down here. Help those guys out. 21k head here. Send reinforcements. Split into two armies. down here. Being an ass. Mexico will lose this entire army in this place. Get out of there, go to El Paso. I'm going to separate you guys up better. The entire Mexican army is encircled and dying. Kill them. No, you guys can't leave. You guys can though. Head south. Those are the good boys. Head in. Head to El Paso. You guys can go to Chihuahua. Jesus, that fight. That alone should give me enough for a war. Oh my god, I need more than that. Are you kidding me? Let's see how many of these troops. I can't risk these guys all suffering from attrition. That's my entire population. South into that. Kill them all. This AI is really stupid. Okay, you're gonna do that, then I will do this. And then I will immediately send reinforcements into that. And then another 30k stack into that. And then a 24k stack. And send those guys there, that should be fine. You can go here, that should be fine. Go down to Mexico City, see if you guys can secure that from them. Now I assume they want peace, right? Oh my god, this AI is crazy. Alright, I'm doing something even crazier. We're demobilizing. I gotta see where my armies are at. Okay, you guys can retreat. I want you down here. Head down here. Here. Mobilization was really nice at first, but at some point I have to cut it off. Because I got way too many people to watch, and I can't suffer too much attrition, otherwise I will just die. More naturally. Head here, 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 here. You guys are good. Keep making the pushes. I'm a happy person right now. We've taken a lot of territory, and with that, negotiations are on the table. Good. Good. That is how I wanted to end that. I didn't expect to mobilize. I wasn't prepared for that. The sheer weight of the amount of troops they sent at us was, that was respectable. They also had tanks. I don't have tanks, so it's kind of expected in that type of fight. Head to Albany. Santa Maria. Ontario, Kingston, and Watertown. Watertown's last. Go to Burlington. Concord. Lewiston. Bangor. Caribou, Office, and then I think that's it for this front. You guys can just head to Syracuse, I guess. Rest of you guys got out. Let's look at this. Colombia formed alliance. Venezuela, Stavi alliance. Peru aligned. Tina. Chile. They accepted the alliance, but not me having access to their lands. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, in terms of stuff to do for the remainder of the game, there really isn't much. Where is that one at? Let's have a look at it. Supply limit, spheres of influence. For the most part, large sums of this are under our influence. I love the fact that we own so much land here. Hold that. Good, America, good. Caribbean, for the most part, under our sphere of influence. I wish we could have got a little bit more with these guys. Oh yeah, I forgot I gave you that and that. Here are your war subsidies. Enjoy your conflict. Don't know why you're fighting them, but you are. But overall, I'd say this went really well. Migrations, still doing very well. China, the Ottomans are pretty much the main influences of our immigration quotas. We have culture map mode. So far, so good. It looks like this region of... I call it Baja California because of Hawaii. But this is the Hermosillo. Chihuahua is slowly becoming... is pretty close to getting tipped over to Yankee. Coahuila and Nueva Leon looks like it is slowly getting replaced with American culture. The Durango region... just taken, but, you know, course of time, it probably would turn into our cultural group. Looks like Yankee and Dixie are down in San Diego, though. Ontario, for the most part, is pretty much getting more and more influenced by American culture, so that's really good. Halifax, Anglo-Canadian, American is starting to kick in a little bit more. This region, British Columbia surprisingly flipped rather fast. I'm actually surprised by this. The only holdout is Vancouver. It really is Vancouver. Vancouver's the holdout for that. Alberta, Yankee is trying to get influence here. I would even dare say, not Dixie. That's all Yankee. Pretty good. Generic liberal in the end has accomplished its goal of retaining power within the empire. And the poor get taxed even further now. So that's pretty good. Oh, look at that. Coral Harbor has gotten a lot of American influence. Who the hell is in this? Wait, what is this? Danish, 100%. 100% Danish in a single part of freaking Greenland. What a shocker. Look, the Scots are getting beat. North German. A lot of that got switched over to French, over to Rhinish. That's sad. Did it just say I cored it? That's funny. Man, strict discipline. In the end, we weren't able to flip Manchu all the way back in Port Arthur, but we have a good majority. Majority there. How much did we get in Taiwan? Probably not very much. Yankees there. Not as much as I would like, but still, it's present. How's Liberia looking? Not bad. We numbered 1 in Prestige, though. That is nice. Numbered 1 in there. Took over Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. Panama is a majority of ours. Pretty good. Culture map mode's interesting. Everybody's pretty peaceful at the moment, though. I just wish we could have got number 1. That would have been nice, but we'd have to fight a couple wars with France to get to that stage. And I'll be honest, I don't feel like fighting a 260 fleet, because I know what's going to happen. Even the British have increased the size of their fleet, and I haven't cared enough to. I probably could spend the money to increase its size to probably overtake them. I think, yeah, it says we have 16,000 available. I just don't see a point in doing so. I don't feel like it. There's not enough time in game to be able to pull the maneuver off. Why does Russia own Tunis? That's funny. Let's see, is there anything else I want to look at? Nothing there, nothing there. Where's most of the world's populations located at? Paris. Brussels. Philly. Philly has a large 1.68 million of my population. Chihuahua also has a big portion of it. New York has a big portion of it. And Boston. Wow. And surprisingly, Washington. Wow, Washington has a big portion. Otherwise, it's pretty much spread out across the entire section of it. How much oil did we end up securing in this game? I actually am kind of curious. How much of the world's oil supply do we own? Oh god, we own a fair bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? 10 oils? Any other locations? 11 oil. And 11 of the world's oil supply. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. Yeah, we own a good chunk of the oil supply. That's actually really nice. So that screws over a lot of the... I always look at this when I go to, if I would ever play this into like Hoi. Like that much oil is really good. Especially with the size the United States has at this stage. Like, I would love to convert this to a Hoi 4 thing, but I don't know if this one would actually permit you to, because usually I think the conversion thing is for vanilla Vicky. And not, like a mod like this, because it's going into 1950. you would have to set the timer back and then have this exact same setting where you're at now. Or you go back to your, well, actually, no, you go back to 1936. So you would have to go even further back. So you'd have to do your 36 borders. I hate to do that because I own so much. The only thing I would say I wish I could have got a little bit more of is I wish I could have got all of Mexico. That would have been fun to do. All of this would have been fun. I would have liked to have completely kicked Britain out of North America, taken the last bit of Quebec, Newfoundland region, take the rest of the Caribbean from them as well. That would have been a lot of fun, because Caribbean actually is just like a large sum of the islands through here, so you can actually get a fair bit more of it. Because this is in the actually no, that's the Bermuda region, so that's by itself. The West Indies, you'd have to secure that. I think they do own a piece of it, and then I think a good chunk of the other territories, Lesser Antilles, yeah. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I wish we could have got the rest of that. It would have been fun to have completely kicked them out of North America, but there's just not enough time in game. Quite sad. Oh, we could have got it here at the end. I take all my influence off all these other states. Is there enough time for that to jump up? Oh my god, I seen a twofer. I saw a twofer. I saw a twofer. Oh god. We might just have enough time if it's daily. Let's see. Can I get Monroe Doctrine before the end of the game? I did not pay attention to this. I didn't realize this went away. Probably not, because I'm assuming since they're in a sphere of influence with, or they're the dominion of the French, I doubt it will let me. But we could try nonetheless. And no, Monroe Doctrine did not pop up. Sad. That is sad. What would I have needed them probably to be independent? Oh no, it's Mexico. Well, theoretically I couldn't do it anymore. I took them out of great power status. So yeah, that would have worked. All I would have needed is Mexico then. Oh, okay. So that sucks. I still don't get to do Monroe. Unless by some miracle they somehow regain great power status, which is completely impossible to happen. Denounce the League, I don't like socialists. Yeah, that would have been all we needed. We could have got Monroe Doctrine. That's funny. That really is funny. To be swindled out of the game because of my own self-need to destroy an AI. That would have been a lot of fun. I wish I could have got that here at the end. Alrighty, but we're getting very close. I think 1951 is where it ends. So we'll hit 1 speed, let the game tick by very slowly. But I would say this hasn't been that bad of a game. As I said before, I wish we could have got the fleet size a little bit higher. It would have been nice to have been able to contest the French. But with them sitting at a solid 271, there was no way we'd ever go to war with them. They just squashed me. Especially, like, the moment my fleet dies and the entire French army invades the United States, I would not be able to hold. Like, the only reason the British weren't able to do anything to me is because I was able to squash their fleet and any other fleets that came nearby, and it kind of left me alone for the most part. In comparison, the French, they're a little bit, I assume they'd be a little bit more bloodthirsty because most of their fleet is right here. And I already see 44 transport vessels. Their army and navy tech is, if I'm going to be the one guessing. Oh, that's powerful. Wow, that is powerful. 20% army tech. Holy crap. Yeah, they'd rock my world. Yeah, but that's really what we're down to. It really would come down to just me fighting them. And I didn't feel like it since we were since theoretically we were getting alliances with them. It's like, why am I going to go to war with my ally? It don't make sense. Punching the British was fun. Besides that, we did get a large sum of western portions of South America. The only thing we didn't really get here at the end, we did finally get here at the end, was Portugal and Brazil. Too bad we couldn't get anything more than that from them. But nonetheless, it was fun. We got a good chunk. I got actually different portion. I actually did secure some stuff I wasn't ready to secure over here in Asia, especially as the U.S. Auckland, Kurils, Korea. Got some ports from the. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 ports from China. Got a fair bit of the Caribbean under our control, and we got a good chunk of northern Canada. So I'm content with that. We secured portions of the Caribbean, got us the larger islands, so it's nonetheless fun. As I said before, the culture map modes, I usually don't pay attention to it, but I'm starting to find it pretty funny to look at because it's interesting to an extent because it just shows you how much Dixie has survived. Texans somehow spread over to here. That's hilarious to me. It's just interesting. Although I don't know when I come back to play this again who I want to play as. It's really coming down to the fact that I don't know who I'd want to play as. Like, I like the idea of playing as Portugal and Brazil, or the United Kingdom of Portugal and Brazil. My only problem is it runs into the same situation I had when I played original Portugal, which is the population. You don't have a pop to work with, so it's not nearly as fun. I mean, I could always play as like France or something, but it's just like they're already OP, so I'm going to be playing an OP country that really has no risks. I mean, some people would even claim, "Oh, you're playing the United States. You don't have that much risk." I mean, there is risk. It's just a matter of how much you're willing to push it. Like theoretically, I've done it before where I've went to war with Mexico, and I've had France join on the side of Mexico and come over and kick my ass. I've had that. I tried a couple games. I don't know if it was in the patch I play now or the previous one, but I did have them come over and they basically killed me because I didn't have the army to raise at the time. Now at this stage of the game, in terms of late term game, which I would say is 20, as soon as you enter the 20th century, yeah, you can probably contest France to an extent. But anything before that, you're pretty much subject to getting your ass kicked. I mean, population wise, we're almost 60 million. They're almost at 67, so the population difference isn't that high. So in terms of an overall combat fight, we'd probably destroy each other. It'd be a massive war. Britain, on the other hand, I mean, she has a good sized army. I just don't know where the hell it's at. I'm assuming a good chunk of it's here in Africa, probably the mainland. I don't know where the hell it's at. I know there was like 100 of it sitting here in Canterbury, but I don't know where most of it's at. I kept thinking about trying a Russia run, but I played it. I actually lost interest after a bit because if you play as Russia, you suffer from one immense problem, which is my population is rather on the large side, but and it's critical. You suffer more instability than any other country, I would dare say, in this game. Like the United States, yeah, we had some rebellions kick in once in a while, but for the most part, you remained, for the most part, stable. France, I don't think they had too many. I wasn't paying attention to them because I never looked over here. I'm assuming they didn't have too many rebellions to deal with. Russia, on the other hand, because it's so widespread, usually it does suffer from rebellions, the same as Vanilla does, if I'm not wrong. I think I tried to do a recording as them once, and I just lost interest to it because I think I went to war with the Polish or the Swedes. And then I think France at some point joined the war, and then I had to fight France. And France came over. I held them for a bit, but in the end, they just have too many troops, and I die. And that's me playing Russia because you just don't have the pop. You would have to remove your focus of Europe and hit everything south and east of it. So what I would say is you would go for Iran. You go for Caucan. You secure this. Maybe you go for Manchuria and Korea. You punch the crap out of the Chinese because they're actually kind of weak. You have a large sum of territory you got to guard, but you can get the critical points and invade them and kill them. And that's what I would say. That's your best bet in terms of being able to hold. Because let's say you just get the Chinese Empire. They own this region. Let's say it adds probably like a few million people, maybe 4. You're getting almost, I'd say you're getting a minimum at least 10 million out of your pop. That's pretty damn good. You get Manchuria. You get Mongolia. You get Shanghai. You get Tibet. It's not a lot of pop, but it would give you that extra oomph you need, and possibly Iran, to be able to fight the French. But then you have to also conquer all this territory, which is a pain in the ass. India could be a fun run, but it also has a simple problem with it, which is there's this little thing right here, and it's French. And if Spanish, who are over here, go with the French, they come up here, and they mess your worlds up. Because I did East India, and I had a war with Spain that then resulted in France joining them, and then they came in and killed me. That was fun. So that's another thing that can happen to you. I don't think North Africa would be fun, because that's, again, Spain you're risking war with, France, Britain, all them. Sit there and see, I think Tunisia is an independent state. Russia came in and conquered them. Italy is probably one I wouldn't want to deal with either, because they fall under the same principle as, I think, I would dare say even Germany falls under, which is you probably can form it. It's just a massive pain in the ass to do, and I don't see the point of me trying. Like, I wouldn't find that to be fun, because let's say you play Naples. You might be able to get great power status by conquering portions of Africa. Let's say you do it. You have to go after the Central Italian Republic, to then head further north to Lombardia. And that's if France doesn't go in and conquer them first. So you have to deal with all of that to then finally go against the French, who are already OP, who already are going to kill you, to come in and wreck you. And you might say, oh, well, if you just defend the mountain provinces, you'll be fine. Yeah, and that's if Switzerland's still alive. And that's if France doesn't just march through them anyway. And the fact they'll just naval invade you from down here in the central and south. So again, that's the flaw of it. Mexico could be a fun run, but seeing as I already did the U.S., I don't really feel like doing them. I guess USCA could be maybe a fun run, but same thing. I've already played as them. I don't really feel like it. I don't really feel like playing the Commonwealth. The only country I'd probably be interested in playing is either Iran or somewhere here in India. That's probably the only other two spots. I don't really want to play over here. Liberia could be fun. Otherwise, I don't want to play Prussia, because it's... I mean, Scandinavia could be a possibility, I guess. 9 million versus 6 million. Theoretically, I could do that. I could just play as the Danes and go after Sweden. Yeah, that's a possibility, and then try to form Scandinavia. That'd probably be the only thing I'd want to do. It'd probably be either... I'd probably want to play up here and try to play, or probably India or Iran. It's like an Indian state, either the East Indian Republic, probably either that, the Mughals, Iran, or Denmark, Norway. Otherwise, I'm not interested in playing them. I don't really want to play in South America again. I'd like to do the... I actually am interested in the Portugal one. It's just that this is what kills me. And you might say, oh, well, what's the difference between that and playing them? I can at least expand to freaking Sweden. And then get portions of Africa. That, or I play Iran, and then I can go east and start punching people out here, do this like they did. Go to Mughals and get that. And then start beating the crap out of things. Or actually, oh my god. Even the East Indian Republic has a large pop. Jesus. And if you do East Indian Republic, you pretty much do whatever the hell you want. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. But, yeah, I wanted to get this done today because I do really want to get it done and over with. Because I actually want to go back and probably release this series today, which will be the, I think, what's today's date? I think it's, what, the 29th? Yeah, I'm planning on releasing this today on the 29th to basically hold off for Mass Effect 2, because I haven't had time to really record. I'm planning on probably Monday and Tuesday next week to be record days. And hopefully, I might actually get lucky and be able to beat Mass Effect 2 within one of those days. I don't know, though. I'd have to see. I know I'm going to be busy this afternoon today, and I kind of just wanted to finish this out. So with that, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I've dragged this on long enough because I keep just looking at stuff and explaining things. I might take a small break from Vicky 2. I might see if this game or this mod has received an update since I last did an download for it. But if I do come back, I'm thinking somewhere in India, Iran, or perhaps Denmark, Norway. Polish Lithuania could also be fun. I'd have to think about that one though. So please do those things, guys, and I'll see you in the next round of probably Mass Effect 2. So I'll see you then. Thanks.